Good morning, dear Dharma friends.
Recording in progress.
Well, it would appear we get another day. A little inspiration and perspective from Rumi. You have lived for lifetime after lifetime as a piece of rock. Then somehow you became a plant and forgot all about that. You then lived for lifetime after lifetime as a plant. Then somehow you became an animal and forgot all about that. Then somehow you became a human being. You have completely changed state countless times already. Do you really think you have now arrived at the end of your evolution? You have lived for lifetime after lifetime as a piece of rock. Then somehow you became a plant and forgot all about that. You then lived for lifetime after lifetime as a plant. Then somehow you became an animal and forgot all about that. Then somehow you became a human being. You have completely changed state countless times already. Do you really think that you have now arrived at the end of your evolution? Question mark. Let us, dear friends, come home to now. I am taking a moment to simply delight in your presence. It says a lot, doesn't it? Day after day, getting up to come and sit like this. The crows are up. They're busy. So let us do what we intend to do here, which is really very little. Let's find a way to sit comfortably upright. And to notice the reality of a living body. Pressure on the chair or the cushion or the floor. The remarkable aliveness of the thumbs and fingers. The aliveness of face and cheeks and lips. And not only is there aliveness, but there is that which knows the aliveness, which is the aliveness itself as well. There's no telling what state we will awaken in. For hours, there's no mindfulness. It's just whatever's happening. And so it's with a deep honesty and a willingness to scientifically explore that we sit down and take the human body, this one, the human mind, this one, and breathing in and breathing out as our guides. Please let us come and be here, now in this breath. Of course, we are supported in our journey by the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. As Sangha, we support one another. And we have a long lineage of very wise human beings who have lifted us to their shoulders this way. We have refuge in the Buddha, in that which is awake, and the Dharma, the way things actually are. We are awake to this moment. just like everything else on this side of the Big Bang, the Great Flash. Each breath has a beginning. How interested can this mind become in the beginning of this breath? And beginning, of course, leads to the next beginning and the next following on. And so we can follow, we can be present with or for this breath right now. That potentiates aware of this wandering mind right now. This story trying to figure something out. What do we really have? The body sitting here and breathing. Thoughts of various kinds and time zones. Thoughts of the past, thoughts of the future. And the mind could be deliciously, beautifully silent right now. Or it could be thinking, planning. It could be restless. No problem with that, because awareness of the restlessness, exactly as it is perfect practice. And so we come home to now, again and again, or still, or for the first time, now, to breathing in and breathing out. and remind ourselves of the fabric of awakening. I aspire to love and accept this experience that I take to be myself, exactly as it is in each moment. If I approach the moment with an intention for it to be something else, I never see how it is. There's a big I in the way. If instead I take refuge in the Dharma and the way things are, suddenly it makes a lot of sense to aspire to accept this moment of life exactly as it is. And of course, we may well discover that there is discomfort, even pain in the body, emotional pain, the pain of disappointment and loss, the pain of confusion. Whenever pain or dissatisfaction or dukkha come along, I aspire to hold myself in sweet, loving compassion, patient compassion. One mind moment at a time, one breath at a time. The arising and passing away of this breath is very apparent. It's a big action, a big phenomenon. We can sense it at the chest and abdomen, or perhaps at the nostrils. There are more subtle phenomena, in a way. Phenomena of mind, like mood, mind and body interface. What is the mood of the moment? A mood unknown becomes a reality. Moods color everything. A mood can be expansive or contracted. It can have an affect associated, like depression or elation, excitement, anxiety. What is the predominant mood at the moment? Intensely curious? The awakening in the present moment is always a new beginning, every single time. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. For now, for this moment. The past exists as thoughts and memories now. And for a little while, we can rather studiously put them down. Live in the simplicity of this moment of protection in the hearts of our friends here. Please let us connect with the aspiration to live peacefully, to live lovingly, to be compassionate with ourselves. As we make our way through these experiences we call a lifetime. And we, of course, live in a world of interaction. And so there's a third aspiration I aspire to. When I encounter someone who's obviously hurting, or who is acting unkindly toward us or someone else, to remember that all such actions arise out of greed, hatred, and ignorance, out of conditioning. So I aspire to hold others in sweet, kind compassion. We may still need to act. We may need to protect ourselves or others, even protect people from themselves. But the tone, the aspiration is to bring love and compassion into every single interaction. And we might emphasize concentration for a little while. On the in-breath, may I be happy, or whatever your wish would be. And on the out-breath, may all beings be happy. Maybe it's may I be safe, may all beings be safe. Whatever would be a comforting mantra to add to in-breathing and out-breathing. It could even be in-breathing, calm body, out-breathing, calm mind. So a line or a moment of breathing in, calm body, out, calm mind. Please now let us become aware of the body in its human form. Hands, arms, feet, legs, torso, shoulders, neck, cheeks, eyes, forehead, scalp. In particular, let us notice the life in the face, and the eyes, and noticing the preparations that are required to allow the eyes to open. Eyes which don't just spring open on their own. There needs to be an intention and then an acting on that intention to the point of something rather different happening. Seeing occurs. Seeing and aware of seeing. Seeing is like this. Seeing. Well, I have a commitment to picking up the responsible threads of my life this morning. I was in the land of the blues for the last several days. Quite something that Portland can stage such an event and have it be peaceful. So, Jim, is there something I should announce? Things are pretty quiet on the home front, it seems.
Yeah. Doug's usual gathering is Thursday, but that's the only special thing this week, I think.
All right, then. Oh, PIMC needs someone who will use our fancy, lightweight electric lawnmower once a week or so. Would you like to be the person who cuts PIMC's lawn? I am refusing to do it. It's a really easy thing to do. So plug-in electric takes about 10 minutes, maybe 15 at the outside. So there's a place for someone to belong through doing. It would mean you would get your own key and code. How about that? Plus you get introduced to the secret handshake. The in crowd. So, I realized I looked at myself in one of the monitors here. And this is a strange way to dress, Robert, with a bright orange shirt and a short sleeve shirt, and then a thick down vest. It's kind of Oregon. I wore this shirt yesterday actually so Jen could find me in the crowd. So, friends, is there anything you're discovering in your practice that you are motivated to share with others? I'll share this with you. I have a new favorite musician, Cedric Burnside. Anybody ever heard of Cedric Burnside? And his as real as the Mississippi Hills. He was really quite something. He and a drummer, he on 3 different guitars, took me on quite a musical ride. Quite amazing. Cedric Burnside. Who knew that a few notes repeated endlessly with minor variations could be so absolutely riveting? Very creative man. Had the audience just so back to you.
Good morning, it's Denise.
Hello, Denise.
So that poem this morning about, you were an animal and you forgot.
Right.
Yesterday, our hay got delivered for the winter. And so, and they're the big giant bales. And one of them broke open in the field. And so I let the cows in to just go and check it out because they were very curious about what was going on. And the cows, these 1,000-pound animals, were so excited about just like one that the hay had arrived, like, and it was good hay, but they like rolled around in the hay and kicked up their legs and like were running, but not like the babies. They were running like babies, but they were, these are like 1,100-pound animals, like kicking their feet up in the air and just loving it. And it was just like too fun not to share, but also, like they were just joyful, these giant animals. So cool.
Huh. Did you get a video?
No video, but it basically looked like the lambs, but instead it was cows.
Huh.
and there's a brand new baby calf. And so I was out petting the mom yesterday and got to see a little tiny brand new baby and just love on the mom a little bit. So that was cool too.
How many cows do you have?
There are 9 like mom cows,
Uh-huh.
and then 3 young babies, or 3 like 4 or 5 month olds, and 2 brand new babies, and then a bull.
Wow.
So I don't know what that adds up to, but
11. Something. Nice. I guess it counts as a herd. Though yesterday with them cavorting, they could have been a flock. Don't you think a flock of rolling cows?
Hello,
Hello,
it's
Jan.
Jan here.
Hi.
I think maybe a tumble of rolling cows.
A
I love that
tumble.
image. I just see those cows on their backs rolling around like puppies or sheep or kittens or whatever. Just the joy of being in that moment with the hay. I just love it. Thank you, Denise. It's gonna come back to me. I also think it's fascinating and wonderful that both Robert, my Dharma teacher, and Jim, my yoga instructor, who were on Zoom yesterday, were telling us about the Blues Festival. That was something that I found wonderful. It's like the commonality of music and the Blues Festival coming into my life. I used to go a lot when I was younger and haven't been for a while, but I do love the blues. So I think I might have to look up Cedric.
Oh, he's worth looking up.
I will. I will do that. Anyway, thank you for going to the Blues Festival and telling us about it. And Denise, thank you for the cows. What a great way to start the day, especially since I don't do well with noise. And last night, the fireworks here at our little peaceful Rainbow Lane were so loud. I get PTSD. So I was very happy to be very peaceful this morning and realized that, boy, I have a long ways to go to be able to get myself calm when I'm in the midst of giant booms. It's a problem in Mexico because there are booms all the time. People love fireworks in my little town of La Cruz, and they set them off all the time. So any suggestions that anybody has on a way to get myself into a meditative state when I'm in the middle of cacophony would be appreciated. Thank you.
I have 2 suggestions. One is earplugs and earphones, and the other
Yeah.
is yes, 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 open, 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 no distractions. And I don't know how well this will work. I didn't rehearse it at all, but Cedric.
Huh.
Cedric, who
Thank
was
you.
obviously having a joyful time, and we got to be not voyeurs but participants in his exploration of what is this? How will this work? Quite quite remarkable. I'm very impressed. So thanks, Jen. Are you in Mexico now?
No. I'm at Rainbow Lane on the Tualatin River south of Hillsboro.
Oh, nice, nice.
Here, I'll do the flip.
Oh my
There we
goodness,
are.
that's nice. A wood stove.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Hmm.
And sometimes when I meditate, I look at that rainbow stained glass window, the window to the plants outside.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't usually talk because this is very open and there's a spiral staircase right next to me that goes downstairs. And that's where Nick is sleeping, but probably not now that I'm talking.
Uh-huh.
So I don't talk very often. And pretty soon it will be warm enough for me to go into my meditation room without the heater and have morning meditation in the little lilac room. So
Nice.
you'll see a different background.
Thank you.
My little world.
A world with a wood stove is kind of special.
Uh-huh.
It looks like a Fisher too. It looks like a serious stove.
I don't know. Nick, what is the stove?
What is it?
Yeah,
It's a fireplace insert.
it's a fireplace insert.
Oh, it is. Oh, I thought it was freestanding. Neat.
Fisher.
Great.
Yeah.
So it's designed to shove into a fireplace so that you can
Okay.
close it and make it more efficient.
I don't know if you could hear that.
Yes.
It's the okay.
Yeah.
I got Nick up and he's gonna stumble around and make coffee now.
Okay. How sensible.
Yeah.
You dance around like a shelf.
Now he's dancing.
I see.
Oh, my world got lighter. Thank you all.
Thanks, Jen. I'm going to mute you. There we go. I did. It's done.
Hello, Robert. This is Marcia. I've never spoken before.
Hello, Marcia. Welcome.
Thank you. I could use some advice. I loved your poem this morning. It's very appropriate. So I believe that. I believe that death is just the beginning of a new adventure. My friend is dying. And I'm going to go sit with her. And just it's just a receiving line kind of her friends coming to say goodbye. And I'm wondering if it's inappropriate or presumptuous to say you're going on a next adventure.
mostly how wonderful you're going to, how wonderful for you that you're going to get to spend some time with her. Is she conscious in the usual sense?
They think she has 2 weeks left, and she is on liquid OxyContin just for pain.
Yeah.
Others have seen her. She doesn't talk because she doesn't have the lungs to do it.
Right.
So I think she is. We haven't really talked about how she believes, when she was healthy and all that. We haven't really, it's not like something in the conversation, so I don't really know.
Yeah. I always try to be really careful with any beliefs that I have, certainly any dogmas. That if the person who's departing, I don't know how to say this. I'm more prone to saying I'm right here with you, and I love you, and I suppose I could say it's my belief that you're going off on quite an adventure, and I really wish you well.
I love that, actually.
Yeah, people. What we need in those moments is simple, loving presence, and there can be anxiety. Here's one. When Ruth Dennison died a few years ago, I was her executor, and I was really in charge, which was somebody needed to be. And so I got to filter how many people were in the room at a time, and so on. And people came with all kinds of special potions that she should be taking. And I brought this colloidal silver from Germany, and it's very special. And I guess funny, I feel very tongue-tied this morning. I guess my belief is that what people need is our love, not our beliefs.
That's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, and nothing wrong with I hope I get to see you again on the adventure. That's
Okay.
about yourself,
I think that's plenty for me to ponder before I go and see her, and I think it's perfect. So thank you so much.
And something that I have found incredibly useful, and I've heard back from people is incredibly useful, is to be the quiet person in the room.
Yeah.
To be there and just be breathing and maintaining calm, and maybe talking to the person in the mind. Stephen Levine, who worked in this realm for a long time, for decades, said that his practice was to always presume the person was totally conscious and hearing everything that was spoken and thought in the room.
Great visual.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good now. Thank you so much.
Well, it's a little after 8. I'm hoping to see Jennifer before she heads out to work. And if there's something anyone wants to share, we will do that first.
Robert,
His name is Burnside, Cedric Burnside, as in the Burnside Bridge.
Robert had asked that question. I did a little digging, and I know you don't look at the chat much, but he's coming to Happy Valley on August 5th, and Sisters River and Brews on August 12th, if you're interested.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Happy Valley, that's the, what's that called?
The Pickathon.
Pickathon. Right. It's true, I am guilty of not watching the chat. You're much more interesting.
Hi, it's Joy.
Hello, Joy.
I'll just quickly mention that I had a hopeful feeling. I hope nobody is offended, but with the hearings, I'm finding the United States a bit frightening. But there was a jazz festival here, and there was a group from New Orleans that came up called Chawa, and they invited the indigenous dancers called the Lekwungen dancers to join them on the stage. And they did such a beautiful kind of integrated jazz concert in support of indigenous people and diversity. You know, it was wonderful jazz. So I did have a much more hopeful feeling after that there were wonderful things happening in the world in contrast with the other things. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I really appreciated that group from New Orleans.
There are countless hopeful, wonderful things happening in the world. People are rising to the occasion.
Mm-hmm.
The news doesn't go there very much.
Yeah, thank you. I just find I might stop watching the hearings. They're so scary.
Well, yeah. It's a very scary time. I mean, you'd find a few people on this screen who have some fear about what's happening.
Yeah, but you know, it is possible to have a focus on just maybe, is it an avoidance of reality to just try and focus on like the wonderful experiences and people that are also operating or living today?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Anyway, I recommend Chawa. Fantastic jazz.
Thank you. Well, friends, shall we sing our way home? Please unmute for our exquisite cacophony. Bhavatu sabe mangalam. Bhavatu sabe mangalam. Bhavatu sabe mangalam. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Wow, that's always transformative, isn't it? Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Take care.
Happy day, everyone.
Live long and prosper, Had.